Well, hello again. This presentation is titled Dynamic Vision Training, Improve Your Sports Vision. And this is Jeremy Hoy. And for those of you who do not know who I am the head strength conditioning coach for Robert Morris University's men's and women's Division I ice hockey teams, the head strength coach for the Youngstown Phantoms USHL ice hockey team, and I am the owner and performance director for Finish First Sports Performance in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I've been training different hockey players and athletes in Pittsburgh now for about 15 years. And we have clients that range from just getting started, 8 to 10 years old, all the way through players now in the NHL. We do our training inside the Pittsburgh Sports and Fitness Academy. It's located at 6400 Grand Avenue, Pittsburgh. That's on Neville Island in the USA. And inside, in addition to the strength conditioning aspect that I handle, there's also a sports dietitian, synthetic ice area for shooting, stick handling, goalie lessons, and then there's a high-speed professional skating treadmill. And I have these links here that you can take a look at. If the links don't come up on your presentation, you can just type them into your browser and get an idea of what services we also offer inside the facility. So I always talk about the role of the strength conditioning coach. Quite often, like I say, it's overlooked. And I've taken this from the Psychology for the Fighting Man. It's an older book where they talk about the preparation for soldiers, and the goals of coaching or man management is to make them mentally and physically fit for battle, keep them mentally and physically fit in battle, and restore them after battle. And now how I see it as a strength coach is that my role is to make, specific to hockey players, is to make hockey players mentally and physically fit for competition, to keep hockey players mentally and physically fit for competition, and restore hockey players mentally and physically after competition. So that includes injury prevention or risk reduction, keeping them flexible, mobile, all the different components of athletic development and performance. I'm addressing that on a year-round basis, not only to get them fit for competition, but also keep them fit in competition and healthy, and also restore them afterwards, so that different kinds of restoration, restorative, muscle tissue repair, massage therapy, FM, different foam rolling, different things that we can do afterwards to get them back and competing again quickly. So training your sports vision, if this is a new concept to you, it's something that has been around, I'm not going to say for a long time, but it's been around and been researched, and the research is showing that it does work, that you can make a difference in somebody's sports vision or dynamic vision training. So static vision is something that when you go to the eye doctor, they put up the Snellen chart, the chart that you see on this slide, and they say, hey, you have 20/20 vision, you have 20/10 vision, whatever your vision is, it can be tested. If it's poor vision, you're nearsighted, farsighted, you can, or whatever it is, you can correct it with lenses. You can use contact lenses, glasses, or if needed, they can do surgery, laser eye surgery. These are just general optics. Static vision is basically how you see, how well you see. It can be tested and it can be corrected. Okay, dynamic vision training. Dynamic vision is different. Okay, it's really defined. It's how well we track the puck, the baseball, how well you see the field. It used to be thought that you hear a coach saying, and that kid just really sees the field well, or he sees the ice well. He's got good coordination, hand-eye coordination. Are these things that can be trained, or is it something that this kid was just born with? And now the research is showing that it's something that can be trained. So there are different systems, training systems on the computer. There are hand-eye boards. There's some expensive apparatus that you can use, and pieces of equipment that have been developed that you can use for dynamic vision training. There's also a lot of smaller homemade items that can improve your vision, dynamic vision, significantly as well. So there's a whole gamut of stuff now that you can do to train your vision. And there are 7 trainable areas, and this is from the book Sports Vision, and I'd highly recommend that you try to track this book down and get it. It's got a lot of drills and exercises in there that can be done very inexpensively, and it's stuff that you can do. You can throw it in your bag, you can throw it in your car, you can travel with it. As a coach, there's a lot of stuff that we do for team. You can do some team building and competition and challenge exercises in there. If you need a kind of a day of physical rest, and you come in here and you can do some vision training as a team and keep it fun and lighthearted, and but also at the same time very competitive. So Sports Vision is the name of the book. If you can't track it down and you need some of the exercises or some ideas, at the end there'll be the last page of this presentation will show you how to get in touch with me, and I can help you out with that. So number one, focusing is the ability of the eyes to clearly focus on objects quickly and at varying distances. So going back and forth or near and far as quickly as possible. The ability to focus your eyes. Example would be focusing on the goalie and then the defenseman in front of the net when deciding, on when to take the shot, or goalie, defenseman, and then quickly to one of your players, or into seeing where your players are to pass the puck or shoot it. So focusing is one of the areas. Tracking, the ability of the eyes to quickly and accurately jump from point to point in space. So it's in football, it'd be something like tracking a wide receiver, a receiver tracking the release of the ball from the quarterback's hand into his hands, and then what wide receiver tracking where his defender is. So it's jumping from the quarterback's hands to the ball, and then turning his head just slightly enough that his eyes can jump and focus on something new, and track where the defender is, so he can make a move to potentially get away from the defender. So divergence is the ability to accurately cross and uncross the eyes, which allows the athlete to maintain single vision from near to far and from far to near. So as the ball comes near and then it goes away again, or as the puck comes in and then you pass it and it goes away, your eyes technically are going to cross and uncross. And if they do not do that accurately or efficiently or effectively, then you're going to see two pucks possibly coming in and two pucks on the way out. So it's got to come in and focus as it gets closer and then go away. Same with that wide receiver, or if you're a baseball player and you're catching a ball and you got to toss out of the mitt as it comes in, you got to cross, uncross. So that's divergence. Sequencing is the ability to organize visual information in a given order. So if you got different instructions or plays or different events during the game, it's the ability for the eyes and the mind, everything to work together to sequence all of that. Eye-hand coordination or hand-eye coordination. It's the ability to coordinate between the eyes and the hands, such as in basketball, volleyball, baseball, even in hockey, with the stick being an extension of your hands, the stick into the puck on the ice. It's being able to do all that together, and again, it's been shown that it is trainable. Visualization is the ability to see an image or scene in the mind's eye, such as visualizing the golf holes before teeing off, visualizing the downhill ski course, visualizing a certain system in hockey, baseball, visualizing the pitch coming in. Different things you can do. It's seeing it in the mind's eye and then acting on it. Directionality is the ability to quickly and accurately perceive left and right, and project left and right out into space. So it's making left and right decisions quickly under the stress of the game. So directionality is a lot of left and right stuff, and you can improve your directionality, which has a correlation with balance and field awareness. So quickly, those are the 7 areas of dynamic vision training you can train for. Again, Sports Vision is the book. It's the resource. I recommend picking this up somewhere and try to find it. Find pieces, excerpts of it. You have a coach that has it. Ask to borrow it, take a look at it. But again, this is a great resource for not only the players and athletes of many sports, but also for coaches. And lastly, I ask you again to get social, stay current. Keep in touch with me, follow the information that I'm putting out there. You can follow me on Twitter at Coach Hoy, find me on Facebook, or you can go to our website, finishfirstsports.com, click on the Contact Us link, and there'll be a way to get in touch with me if you have any specific questions. I do tend to answer the Twitter messages quicker these days. I'm also on Instagram at Jeremy Hoy. If you want to check me out there and see what I'm up to and what we're doing with our athletes as well. So I thank you for your time, and hope you enjoyed.